Hello, 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 everyone. It is good to be with you once again this evening. I am your host for this evening, Detective Latte. And yeah, I've got my hair exposed. I can't believe it. Wearing these wearing these headphones underneath the scandal. Um, but welcome. Good evening, everybody. Good to see you. Good to be with you. Couple of things that have transpired since we last got together. We've seen a little bit more of an uptick in the Kickstarter, which is super great. I know that always excites me. That always gets me to be like, all right, sweet, we're going somewhere. This is gonna be good. So, definitely keep up the pace. Keep up sharing the Kickstarter with your friends, with your family, coworkers. We have 51 hours to go, starting from now. So we're really coming down to the wire. Guys, I'm telling you, it's still doable. Like we so are not. This is not a bad spot to be in. This is not like, oh boy, I mean, really, it's not looking too good. Well, guys, part of the way forward here is that we have to believe in something. We have to give it everything that we have. So 51 hours is still quite a bit of time for all the difference in the world to happen. So certainly don't give up. Certainly keep sharing it with as many people as you can, this project, and we're just going to see what happens. Right now it's going to be really just going to be up to people to show up and turn out in order to support us, in order to support this vision, in order for us to be able to achieve this goal that we've got posted here. So there's still time left. Let's not let things look bleak, because I know that if we come together, I've seen miracles happen time and time again, and I know that for many of us, especially on the team, like, we're all in to try and make this happen. So I know some of you are tired. Some of you have heard me talk about this for weeks, and here's where we're at. But let's all decide that we're going to do our best. We're going to do our absolute best to the very end and have something to show for, all those efforts. So let's just enjoy this time together. Let's enjoy the journey as we're moving towards the end of this Kickstarter campaign. It's certainly going to show us, the path forward and what we're able to do and what we're able to not do with our team going forward. So want to just throw that out there. And I know that there's a little bit of, I got a little bit of questions on a couple of the platforms earlier, because I wanted to do a couple of fun things today, to which I won't be able to do in the same capacity I was hoping for, because Facebook has its own set of rules that it wishes to live by, and unfortunately, they have not created the means for all things to be merry when you're multi-streaming to multiple platforms. So, those of you who are specifically on Facebook, there are some unique commands that you can try in the chat that I was able to get working. I was able to get working in my test bed, but now that we're here during the live stream, don't know if they're still running. So if you could do me a favor, if people could just do me a favor, and if they could just try this command here that has been posted in the chat, exclamation point vibes. If people could just like try that and see if anything would happen, that would be super ultra great. And then those of you on YouTube, I already had a few of you try doing some of that, and that one's working just that one seems to be working just fine. So YouTube seems to be okay, Facebook's not okay. I still have some time to figure out what's going on there. Oh wait, oh, it totally worked. It did the thing. Sweet. Awesome. Okay, so this definitely okay. All right, let me throw in a couple more here and see if this is going to really work. Yeah, this is exciting. This is very exciting. All right. Okay, so I all right, we've got love in the chat. We've got hugs in the chat. We've got friendship in the chat. All right. That's fantastic. That makes me feel really good because I was hoping that at least some of this stuff would work today. So I really appreciate your participation in that. That gives me a world of possibilities to be able to experiment with. Well, like I said, just due to limitations in the software and where we're at, I can't do all the super cool things that I was hoping to do. Another command that you guys can try for me is put an exclamation point and then put the word party time. All as one word, party time. That'd be a real good solid. Okay, you guys can't even see, like, I'm buzzing with energy right now. Just because I was like, wow, I don't really know if this is gonna work or not. So yeah, this is very good. This is a very good sign. So awesome. What I'm hoping for moving forward is that with these live streams we can have a little more interaction with each other and getting to know each other, getting to actually build a community around the game, around the company, around our team, around community members, wanting to know what's going on and what people are up to. Because really, like, this entire project with Stereotypical, like, one of the big messages behind this game is that we want to understand others. We want to be able to look at others and embrace the things that are different about one another. And this game just brings it out in a very goofy way. And so we're hoping that people are just going to latch onto that, and that message is going to resonate with them. I see that there's a couple people trying some of the stuff out on the platforms. I really appreciate that. That just helps me figure things out a little better. And you know, when you're at the small time amount of viewership, you know, a lot of these platforms won't let you use a lot of the cooler features that you can implement, but that's why you start to get a little creative so you can get around those things. And it's a good thing that we play games here at Clopas LLC, because this now is the game to me to which I intend to beat. I did make a few commitments this evening to the chat via the last live stream, so I will be sure that I honor those commitments during this live stream today. But before I get to some of those things, I wanted to also ask in the chat if we were to we're doing a lot of brainstorming, and the more people that have been learning about this story, about our Kickstarter, about Stereotypical. I've been getting a string of messages, a couple of DMs, and in those DMs, I've received a couple of questions revolving around some of these physical rewards that we're talking about. And interestingly enough, this came up as a conversation topic during one of our meetings yesterday. So I would like to know from you all in the chat, and for those of you who are kind of flooding in here, if we were to have the means to have some of these rewards available, if not via the Kickstarter, but if we were to have some of these rewards available, is that something people would be interested in? Is that something that people would appreciate being able to purchase on separately? Please let us know. That it's been a lot of mixed feedback, a lot of good feedback, especially from our international audiences. They are very much for a lot of that stuff. So please just let us know anytime during the stream. If you can't let us know during the stream because you're going to watch this afterwards, we appreciate that you're coming back to us. But if you could take some time to just let us know, leave a comment on this live stream, or send us a message on our website, www.clopas.net. We'd really appreciate that feedback. That would help us out a lot to really learn what you guys are looking for and what you're interested in having in your hands. So I gotta make sure that I stay on topic and I don't deviate too much. But a couple other things here that I need to make sure that I mention. There were questions surrounding the Kickstarter pledges, and some people were wondering if they were able to pledge and it didn't necessarily fit in the reward tier, or they didn't really care about the rewards. Yes, indeed, there is a way for you to pledge directly without caring to receive any of the rewards whatsoever. So when you decide to back the project, these are normally your selection tiers, but when you go to back the project, that's going to take you to you're going to have a selection where you would normally put in your information. If you don't have a Kickstarter account, you'll have to make a Kickstarter account. But as soon as you go there, you can actually do a direct donation right to the Kickstarter. So if that's something that you really are interested in doing, you don't really mind not getting any of these rewards, we'd love to give them to you. A lot of them are pretty cool. But if you just want to donate directly, yes, you are absolutely able to do that. Kickstarter does allow for that. So if that's something that's been holding you back, there's your answer. You can just donate directly. Moving down the list here. Okay. And it looks like we've got another pledge coming in from Kevin. Kevin, thank you so much for that, for the pledge. That is another number closer. Like it's little things like that, guys, that are gonna make a huge difference for us being able to make this goal. So don't forget for every time you come to remember this Kickstarter in your mind, just, oh, did I share this with somebody? Did I tell them about it at least? There's still plenty of time and plenty of people who would be willing to support this effort. So be sure to get out there. And thank you so much, Kevin, for the pledge. Really appreciate it. I would also like to actually acknowledge our current pledgers. There's over 50 of you right now that have pledged to the campaign, and for every single one of you, we take that very seriously because that means that you not only believe in the game, you believe in us. And when you are a small indie studio just trying to make their mark, uh, you really value the people that show up for you. And so from the absolute utmost bottom of my heart and on behalf of our entire Clopas team, thank you so much for your continued support in everything that we do. I am definitely going to highlight everybody who's pledged on stream. I will be doing that all the way up to the final bell at 9 p.m. August 24th when the Kickstarter ends. So another question that has come up is, what are we going to do at the end of the Kickstarter? Well, we are definitely going to do a live stream all the way up to the end of the Kickstarter. We'll hang out, we'll talk a little bit. I will probably have some things queued up for us to do as a community, and I will also do my best to make sure that we can maybe do a couple things to push, make that big push towards the end, because like I said, I've seen it before so many times, and between now and the end of the Kickstarter, there's still plenty of time for things to really change. There's still plenty of room for things to end up very differently than they are now. So we'll be doing a live stream on Wednesday, August 24th. The start time of that is still a little bit unsure, but I can guarantee by 7 p.m. we will have started that stream. So I'll make sure that we put out an announcement for that stream shortly after this live stream ends, of when precisely that's going to be on Wednesday, when it'll start, and that will go all the way up to 9 p.m. Central Time when the Kickstarter ends. So definitely for that last bit of for however long we're streaming and for however long people keep on donating, join us for that. Join us for that closing part of the journey, and let's see what happens. Okay, I gotta make sure that I do. All right. And tomorrow as well. So tomorrow I will also be on stream once again at 5 p.m. We'll be on stream, and it'll just be it'll be similar to this one. Want to talk to you about some updates, want to talk to you about the game and more information that we've been receiving. In regards to what people are looking for, what questions people have, things that they still want to know. Thanks for popping in the chat there, Cindy. Good to see you again. All right, awesome. Yeah, you guys keep it coming. Keep all of this coming in, all this love, all this interaction with each other. Really like being here with all of you and just hanging out, just getting to know you. Let's see if okay, yeah, so the reactions are working too. Awesome. Yeah, this gives me a lot of room to work with for some creative stuff tomorrow. So today, I've touched on a couple of things, a couple of questions that we've received. Now I'm seeing a few more have jumped into the chat. I'm wondering if anybody would be interested if we were to offer some of these rewards these rewards outright as things people could purchase. So if you guys have any feedback on that, please just throw it right in the chat. Throw it as a comment. Send some message on our website. Really would appreciate that feedback. Hey, Gavin, let me tell you something. I wish that I wish that I could do so much more to express my gratitude to you for your pledge, and I cannot thank you enough for even doing that. So, the best thing that you can do to continue to support us from here is just continue to share our story. But hey, any pledge, especially at that level, we are absolutely grateful for, and we absolutely appreciate you. And we hope that you stick around with us even after the Kickstarter's over. So thank you, Gavin. We absolutely appreciate you. I also want to draw some attention to some other questions I've gotten from the Kickstarter. So people were asking about, why did you decide to do the alien invasion as the first episode? To be honest, there's not really a rhyme or reason to it, other than when we were coming up with the ideas. That's kind of the roadmap that we drew out. So, when you're trying to think of, especially when you're in a creative field, when you're trying to think of ways that you can tell a story and do it in a way that is not only fun but impactful, you have to eventually go with a gut feeling about what sounds fun, what you're gonna stick to. And so in this case, we were trying to think about stereotypes and tropes and different things, like, we had a giant list of ideas, and the alien invasion just happened to be the first one that really, really stuck. So it made the most sense for us to really focus our efforts there and the story that we were going to tell with that. If we're able to continue far beyond the reach of this first episode, doing an episode on superheroes, superhero stereotypes and those kind of tropes, making a episode that's very film noir. There's a lot of fun things that you can do in those genres. So we're really hoping that we're gonna get there somehow, some way, someday. But I don't think this project is going anywhere. I think we believe in this project so much that there's bound to be a way for it. There's bound to be a way for it, even if it's not here on this platform. There is a way forward for this project. So that's a little insight as to why we picked Alien Invasion as episode 1, but not a whole lot else to it. There was another question. There was another question about Stereotypical and some of the things that exist in this world. So, yeah, let me talk about this a little bit. So, in Stereotypical, you can expect to be running into a very colorful cast of characters, and Detective Latte, Private Eye, he has his office set up, and his office is set up in a small cafe, and if you go straight into the corner booth of the cafe, you'll know that's where you can find him. So a lot of his consultations happen in that corner booth. And at the start of episode 1, we begin the adventure of... We begin the adventure with Detective Latte in his corner booth, sipping his signature cup. But you guys probably won't be able to guess what he's drinking. I don't know that anybody would have an idea of what Detective Latte might be drinking out of his coffee cup. But maybe we can take some guesses. Maybe we can take a couple guesses. And so at the start, when Detective Latte receives word about the disappearance of these cows, he decides that he needs to investigate and meet up with Monica Mocha. The meetup point for them is a place called Starbucks Coffee. Oh, did we get the first? Oh, orange juice. Very interesting. Very interesting. That doesn't seem to flow. That doesn't seem to flow. In fact, it seems to kind of break the little play on words with the coffee theme going on, but maybe that's exactly what we want you to think. Scott says, I read somewhere that this project is as a homage to a friend that passed or something like that. Can you reiterate? Absolutely. So let me actually take a minute to highlight this. During our development, we had our full creative team, and our coworker April, she was the lead for the creative team. And a lot of this game was really brought to life in a lot of ways because of her. And so as one of the leads for this project, she unfortunately passed away in February, and it was a very difficult time for us because during that time we were really in the heart of development, and it put a pretty big stop to the direction of the game. It put a very big stop to the vision of the fun factor, because really she was the one who had a very good intuition for that kind of thing. So from that point, we wanted to really honor the vision that she had with it. We wanted to make sure that with all the effort that we put in moving forward, that, you know, that spirit of fun that she had at the core of this game, and the messaging that it was supposed to be able to bring out, that we were able to not only finish it, but we were able to do it in a way that was going to honor her memory, and that would also impact people in a way they just don't see coming. So that's why that's part of our why. That is part of our why of this project is so important to us, and how we really are trying to do everything we can to make this succeed. appreciate the question, and I'm glad that that message made it to you, that you asked about it. I that story is something that I love sharing with people. I love people learning about that side of things, and learning about April. So if that's something that you feel like you need to share with other people, please do. Please do. Absolutely, please do. It's a part of our story. It's a part of who we are, and where we've come from. So it's important. Yeah, absolutely, Scott. Thank you so much for that question. Okay, let me make sure I keep my. All right, awesome. So we were previously, I was previously just talking a little bit about the world of Stereotypical and the different things that exist. So, you know, this place that I mentioned for Starbucks coffee, it is, as you might have guessed, to play on another brand of famous coffee brew that you may or may not have heard of, which which is a bit of classified information, but I'm sure if you mix a couple of the letters around, you might be able to decode it. And that's like a local. It's like a local cafe, local cafe where locals would gather to. You hear the gossip that they would hang out, that different events would go on, and the barista of Starbucks is a very intelligent. Is a very intelligent but very strong. It's a very strong guy, and he'll be one of the first. He'll be one of the first that you encounter on this adventure. Now, I won't take it much further as to not be going too deep into some spoilers, but I can tell you that, like, in this adventure, for every character that you meet, there's something about them that was going to be important for you to at least learn about. And so as you kind of traverse through the game, you're going to want to at least spend a little bit of time with some of these characters and learning about them and their stories. But I know that everybody plays games differently, and so if there's some people who are just going to want to blast through the experience and just, okay, what's the next thing? Give me my next option. Give me my next option. And that's okay too. You're going to do what fits your play style. But what's pretty unique with this game and the way that it plays is that you'll be able to play through the game from start to finish, no problem. And it's very simple, very pick it up, put it down whenever you wish. But with every decision that you make in the game, it will absolutely affect other decisions in the game, and those decisions will affect other decisions, etc., etc. So the ending that you end up with might not be really what you could have experienced just based on the choices that you made. So the game has multiple endings, multiple outcomes, and it's going to be up to you to find them all in order to really see what episode 1 is all about. And the way that you're going to achieve that, you'll have to declassify that by playing through the game and experiencing all the options in front of you. So That's a little more detail about some things going on in episode 1. Oh, looks like we have got another pledge coming in. Thank you to RKD and Sam for your pledge. Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just it's gonna keep coming, guys. It's gonna keep flowing in, and we're gonna see some really nice results. I know we will. We just have to be diligent about what we're doing, and then the results will come. The results will come. Okay. Really quick question, because I forgot to ask this at the beginning of the stream, but how is the audio today? I know that yesterday we had some nightmare audio problems, and I had never checked on it today, so no one said anything, so I think it's fine. But are we good? Is there too much background music? All right, audio is perfect. Excellent. All right. Remedied mistakes. We've learned from our mistakes from yesterday. So that's great. Let's see. So I've been really curious as well. If we were to continue to do more more live streams, just in general, what do you guys think about that? Do you think that that'd be something that you could look forward to if we had a regularly scheduled stream? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't always have to be just a comment over on the YouTube side, but it doesn't always have to necessarily be. It doesn't necessarily always have to be focused. But like I said, we're really trying to build something here. Like, we're trying to really build a community, and we care about the people interacting with us. Like, we really do want to get to know you and what's going on in your lives. And that's been front and center since day one. So yeah, definitely just let us know if that's something that you'd be interested in. Clopus projects in general. Yeah. Like, we could definitely talk about that, different projects that we've done and that we have going on. We actually have two other projects that I mean, there's this one, but then we have two other projects that have been in the works for some time, and one of them is getting ready to drop, and the other one we've had it released in beta. We've had it released in beta for a while now, in hopes that we could get over the hump to just put the fully released stamp on it. But with COVID and with COVID and so many other factors, it's presented real challenges to make that happen. And so, just like so many others, we're trying to figure this out, just like everybody else in the industry, how to recover and how to get back on track to meet all the goals that we have as a team and as a company. So if you're interested to know about some of those projects, you can definitely check it out on our website. In fact, I think that there's a command for that. let me make sure that that one's in there too. Yep, that one's in there too. So if you do a exclamation point website, that'll just take you to our that'll take you straight to our Clopus website. Clopus page will be pasted in the chat. But those two projects, if you're interested in it, one is called Adventureland XL, and Adventureland XL is a Redux celebration of Scott Adams, the grandfather of adventure gaming. He made a game called Adventureland back in the late 70s, and it changed everything for the PC gaming industry. And so to celebrate its 40th anniversary, we created a Redux version of that game, which takes the great parts of the original and puts some extra bit of flair into it, adding environmental elements and additional story and the like. So if you haven't checked that out, the links will be pasted in the chat. The other project that you can look at if you're curious is called Bubble Bonk. This one we haven't really been doing a big push on it yet, but now we're actually at the time where we can start pushing that one as well. But Bubble Bonk is a mobile game, and it's a very casual mobile game, to which you are trying to save your crew, your pirate crew, with your bubble cannon, and you'll have to hit certain objects in the sky to ensure that your crew survives and stays safe. So that link will also be pasted in the chat for you to look at, and it's currently available. The trailers are all there and everything. So keep your survivors of the cruise safe in Bubble Bonk. Actually, you know what? I'm on stream, so I might as well just do the thing and pull some of this stuff up. So let me just do us all a favor. I'll show some of this off. So we've got, oops. All right, so we've got Adventureland XL, which is currently available on Steam. And as I said, this is a total redux. This is a total redux of the original Adventureland. It is currently available on Steam if you're looking to actually play the game, and let us know what you think about it. Especially if you're somebody who's played the original, your feedback is always a delight to hear about the sorts of things that you experienced back then and what you're experiencing now. And then for new players, it's great to learn about what's really working and what's not. And then the other game that we have is called Bubble Bonk, and here in Bubble Bonk, all right, we've got our pirates that are I should say we've got our crew, and so you've got to hit these objects with your bubble cannon and keep them safe, alive, well fed, so that they don't get bonked. And so that one's available on iOS, soon to be on Android, and so those are some things that you can look forward to coming out of our studio as well. So there we go. All right. Okay, chat, what else you got? Any other things you guys are curious about? The happenings and going on? All right, awesome. So, don't worry, I didn't forget. I didn't forget. It's on my radar. It's on my radar. All right. Hold on. Okay. Oh man. All right. So let's talk about this. We can watch it. We can watch it in all of its glory, together. The pickle. The pickle. So, I will. I'll almost get there. Cindy wants to know what's next for Clovis. Great question. So we have a lot of things in the hopper right now that we're trying to figure out. Honestly, like, and this is just full disclosure for, anybody that's wondering what it's like, doing game development when you're a small indie studio, but things come in waves, and when you're trying to figure out what your next project should be, or you're trying to figure out several projects ahead, there's a lot of front work that you have to do in order to figure that out, and in order to place yourself somewhere where you can keep the lights on, keep everything flowing. So we've got a few things that we're in the middle of working on, and a couple of things that are just kind of sitting there waiting. They're waiting in the nebulous for somebody to say, okay, yep, let's do the thing. So Cindy, the best thing I can tell you is to say stay tuned. I know that what would be super cool is to have some opportunities doing some awesome things with a thing called Animal Eye, but I not sure that I can say anything more. I don't know that. Allergies. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Now for the moment that so many people have been waiting for. They've been so curious about since yesterday, and I said, nope, I gotta save this for today. I really wanted to relish the opportunity, but let me back up a little bit, and let's go back to our video here. All right. Specifically, what we're looking for is specifically we're interested in this guy right here, right? This has been the big mystery of what on earth is going on with the appearance of this pickle. I think I'll talk about these other animals and this alien. Maybe I'll do that as a separate part over the next 3 days. I'll reveal one character and their origin story. No, this is actually not Larry. Larry the cucumber, who, if you mistake him for a pickle, he'll get very offended. But it is not. So the story behind this is that, in the world of Stereotypical, there's all kinds of stereotypes that we really want you to understand, and we want you to watch out for, and we want you to really hang on to. And there's also tropes that you should be very used to seeing, and when somebody takes those things and then breaks the thing that you think you're expecting to see, like, that leaves a long-lasting impression. And you would never have expected me to be having a nice cup of joe with a pickle, a horse, and an alien. And I assure you that in the context of the game, all of this will make sense. But the origin story behind this pickle is there was a super different commercial that used to run. And actually, you know what? Because I can totally do this on stream. That's not going to be an issue. But yeah, there you go. Have some have some free advertising. But there was this car dealer that had a pitch to which this man wearing a pickle suit would just appear and start talking about the product. And it's a nickel pickle, a nickel pickle. I think some people have seen this before. Does this look familiar to anybody? Just seeing these people in the random pickle outfit, and like this guy is absolutely rocking it. Yeah, this guy is absolutely rocking this costume. He's probably my favorite one out of them all. But it's just very unexpected.
Besides screaming. Get your attention without screaming. We were advised to get your attention somehow besides screaming. Now we need some way to get your attention besides screaming.
Yep. And it leaves a very good lasting impression, seeing all these people who are just not wanting to scream, buy our cars, buy our things, but instead it's the pickle.
To help you get a nicer, newer car.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, pickles, he says pickles are the bread and butter of the ad world, as is the terrific dill. Yeah, you are right on the money with that one. That is true. But that is the origin of how this pickle character came to be. And if you guys haven't seen that commercial in all of its glory, definitely just spend some time with it. Embrace it. That good old nickel, the nickel with the pickle. Oh my lord. What is this life? Alright, what else? What else you got, chat? What else you want to know tonight? What can I set us up for tomorrow? I'll be back at 5 p.m. Just once again, I'll be back at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'll probably have some things ready to reveal to you come that stream. And hopefully, I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping that some of these interactive activities are gonna work via Facebook, because I'm gonna have to do some really screwy things to make that work. So those of you who can cross your fingers, if you're the praying type, pray for me. I have some really fun ideas that I want to incorporate. So hopefully I can get that working for tomorrow. Why don't daughter and laughter sound the same? Oh no. Yeah. Why don't daughter and laughter sound the same? Why does English do this to us? Why does English do this to us? Am I right? You know, actually, okay, I'm totally going to make this into a command just to give you guys a heads up, but just like the random questions, like, how come you don't cook cookies and bake bacon? If all right, looks like we've got a couple more that are coming in. So interesting. Okay, so one of the other questions that I got asked is will we make t-shirts available? Guys, why'd you have to ask me that? I want to. I want to. We want to. But it's gotta make sense for the amount of demand in order to be able to do it. So my answer is not no, but it's certainly not. Oh yeah, definitely. We'd like to, but the demand for them and the like has to make sense. And for those of you who were really pledging because you really wanted that t-shirt, I think it warrants a conversation. I don't just want that to be something that you'll just never see because for this, that, and the other. So I'm not saying no. We're not saying no, but we'll certainly see. We'll certainly see what's going on. Oh, we've got another one. If the plural of goose is geese, then why isn't the plural of moose meese? Yeah, I've ranted about that for a while because it's like if the plural of goose is geese, the plural of moose should be meese. If the plural of house is houses, and why is it not heese or why is it not heis? But the plural of mouse is mice. I mean, why? Why did we do this? Yeah, you can tell I've spent a lot of time in the writer's room. These are the things that keep me up at night. Just like, do fish get thirsty? Or what happens if you get off, or how do you get off of a nonstop flight? Or like the questions of life, like how do you dial a push button phone? Boy, we could definitely keep going on this for we could definitely keep going on this for a very long time. I love doing this. Yeah, English is weird. English is weird, but you know what? That's what we're stuck with. That's what we're gonna end up using for a while. So we might as well just embrace it for what it is and go with it. But all right, guys, I am gonna cut it here. Definitely remember that the stream will be up again live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central Time. We will be streaming again on Wednesday. The time will be posted ahead of time, and that will go all the way to the end of the Kickstarter at 9 p.m. Central Time this Wednesday. So we've got 50 hours from now to make it happen. So if you need some reminders, I'll just make sure that it gets thrown into the respective chats. But share the Kickstarter. If you need the link for the Kickstarter, it is posted in the chat for the Kickstarter. If you need to know what is going on with Clopas, follow us on all of the things. We've got Instagram, TikTok. You can follow us at Clopas LLC. If you have the means to pledge more than what you've pledged, you guys can still do that. That is an option that's available in Kickstarter. If you guys know somebody who wants to see, if you want to look around and see, like, oh, hey neighbor, have you heard about this thing called Stereotypical? Well, allow me to tell you the story of a legend. All right. Be sure to just continue to share it. Share it, guys. Share our story and everything that we've got going on. We want to connect with you. We want to make this happen, and it's going to take the effort of everybody in order for that to be possible. So just do your best. That's all we can ask for, and we're going to continue to do our best, and we'll see what happens. So thank you all for joining for this stream. We'll be back at 5 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, and have a great rest of your evening. Good night to all of you.